Hi everyone! All right, we are here. We are getting ready to kick this off, and I'm so stoked for this. We've been talking about this all weekend long, and oh my gosh, we're all jazzed up. All right, so if you're just joining or you just joined the group, you don't know who I am. My name is Jack Callagher. I am a mom of 4 boys, 8, 5, 2, and 11 weeks old. I don't know how to say this without sounding like I got a divorce. I did not get a divorce, but I'm a former military wife. I don't know. My husband got out of the army. Hi, Morgan. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Louise. If you guys are on, let me know that you're on. We have an awesome, like 30, 45 minutes for you. Remember, when you hop on, I want you guys to do this. I want you to comment and I want you to like, because as soon as you comment, you get not as soon, after we finish this, you will get a free meal plan, a free grocery list, and a free workout. We will send it to you. If you don't receive it, reach out to the person that added you to this group. You can do an emoji. You can just say, hey, hi, Ashley. So just anything, all those things. Make sure you're commenting. Make sure you're liking, because we're going to go back and look at it. And these I'm talking are like super easy. If y'all know me, you know I don't really like to cook. I don't really like to meal plan, and I don't really like to grocery shop. So we went through and we picked out the easiest meal plan, the easiest grocery list, literally all the good things. So again, if you're just joining, that is how you're going to get a single free workout, a free meal plan, a free grocery list, is just by commenting and liking this video. Now, again, if you comment, you're also going to get entered to win some pumpkin spice Shakeology samples. That's if you comment. We're going to enter all your names into this little like automatic picker. Hi, Haley. Hi, Jennifer. Sorry, my voice sounds terrible. Hi, Audrey. Awesome. I'm so glad you guys are all on. Hi, Linda. Hi, Danielle. So again, commenting, liking, you don't even have to say anything fancy. They give you the automatic like stuff to do. You can do hands. Hi. So remember, do those things. And then if you decide at the end of all of this that you want to take it to the next level, you are automatically going to get one Shakeology sample and I think it's personalized water cup. I don't know what they're going to say. I should know that, but we'll find that out for you. If Jane's hopping on, she'll let us know. PSL. Yes, I did. Yes, I did say PSL. And I'll tell you how I made mine too. So I made my pumpkin spice Shakeology with coffee, and it legit tasted like a pumpkin spice latte. I haven't even had one from Starbucks this season. That never happens. I'm so basic. Oh, you're welcome, Danielle. Hi, Shaylin. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, so we are going to get kicked off because we do have lots of information to share with you guys. We have been brainstorming as a tribe of our best tips. Like, what can we bring to you guys after years of us working on ourselves and on bettering our lives and wanting to live our best life? How can we share that with you guys in a way that's not too overwhelming, that doesn't make you feel like you have to do all the things, and we really want you guys to have some takeaways. So what I want you to do is grab some water, because we're going to be here for just about 30-45 minutes. If you are tired and you're like, man, I can't stay the whole time, I get it, but I do want you to come back tomorrow and finish this, because we're going to give you some call to actions, and we want you guys to truly take away these tips and start utilizing them right away. Okay, so get yourself 1 water, 2 pen and paper. Again, if you don't know who I am, my name is Jack Callagher. I have been a coach with Beachbody for 4 years, and truly it's taught me how to learn how to live my best life. And that's really what we wanted to bring to you. So we're actually going to go. I'm going to have Tracy Rigg hop on first. She is going to give you her 2 tips. We're going to have Louise go, and then I'm going to go at the end with some final tips, some call to actions, and give you guys lots of spice. Hi, Michelle. Remember, if you're hopping on, make sure you comment, make sure you like this video. I want you all to be able to get that free meal plan, that free workout, and what else? The free grocery list, and get entered to win some pumpkin spice Shake-O, because it's fall and autumn and we need that stuff. All right, so Tracy, where's my girl? She's requesting to join. Yes. All right, I'm adding Tracy now. She is one of my friends. She lives up in Canada. Happy Thanksgiving up there.
What's going on? Oh, God. Sorry for my appearance. I'm like, Tracy, at least look presentable. But you know what? This is real life. I'm sorry. But you're at the real me.
I was laying down with my 2-year-old Jude for like the last 40 minutes, and then he's like, Mommy, I'm like, dude, I just need a little bit of me time, and I gotta go do some work. So I was like slicking my hair. I'm like, this is it.
Yeah, I have no words, guys. I apologize.
This is like, but this is our balance. Like, okay, I'd rather spend time coming live and giving these tips to all of you guys than making sure I look perfect to come on this and freak out about it. So, all right, Trace, give them a little bit about your background, a little bit about your story, and then you get right in. I'm just going to be here just staring at your beautiful face.
Not awkward at all. Okay. So guys, my name is Tracy Brigg. I've been a coach for about 2 years, just a little over 2 years now. I am a full-time registered pharmacy technician. I've worked at Costco Pharmacy for 15 years. I've been married now for just over a year. I've been with my husband, though, for 6 years. So I want to kind of give you a little bit. I know we are on limited time, but I want to give you a little bit of my background and how I got into coaching and all of this. So, and then I'll get into my tips. So basically, I met my husband 9 years ago. We started dating about 2 years after. I actually met him through music. I joined a band with him. I was like out of my comfort zone. First thing I've ever done. Best time of our lives. We were like just having a great time. I was working. We were in the band on the weekends. And then doing our own thing and like planning our lives together. And so fast forward about a couple years later, we're now in 2015 Christmas time. And actually, let me rewind 2 months prior to that. October, I see this little lady right here that I'm talking with, just working out, doing her thing. Prego.
Super prego.
Like running around. Who is this awesome, crazy girl? Like, I have to know. And I kept following her and like liking her stuff. And I was in search for something shake-wise. I wasn't sure what I was looking for, but I seen her talking about this and drinking it every day and how much she loved it. And I and myself and my Darren at the time.
By Darren.
Yeah, like I called my husband. We were big, like exercise into like gym, all that jazz, right? But I needed to hone in my nutrition, and I was looking for something. So started following Jack, reached out to her, and she's like, "Sure, give me all the information." And then she's like, "You should do my challenge group," and I'm like, "Yeah, bye-bye." I was like, no, not for me. I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't want that. Like, I just got total like hesitation, you know. I'm just gonna go. I ghosted her. I was like, I just kind of followed her in the background, and then holiday season came around, December, Christmas time, 2015, and we have Christmas at my place, and we hosted it. Everything was wonderful and great, and Darren proposed, so we got engaged, and oh my gosh, we were like in our glory, and my family, we were all excited, and we were celebrating. And the next day, I had to work. It was Boxing Day, and I came home, and I found, well, long story short, I found Darren, and he had a stroke. It was, I can't even put it into words. It was devastating, obviously. There was no precondition health-wise. He was great. There shouldn't have been any reason for him to have a stroke. And so we were just catapulted into this situation with him and the unknown. I'm very, very fortunate to have family, and I'm very fortunate to have them live by me, close, and friends. But it was, to say the least, our whole world was turned right upside down. Everything we prepared ourselves for, everything we were planning for was no longer, it was gone. He was in the hospital for 6 months. And during that time, I was still working full time. So I literally, my life consisted of me getting up. If I worked afternoons, I would drive to the hospital and then see him, spend some time with him, then drive to work, then come home and sleep and do the same thing the next day. The next day, if I had to work early, it would be me getting up, go to work, after work, go to the hospital. And I would stay as long as I could because I wanted to spend as much time there with him as possible. Now, like Darren's situation, he was very fortunate physically. He had just, he got a very bad TBI, like a very bad traumatic brain injury from the stroke. So it affected his memory. He lost the last we think, because we don't really know, 10 to 15 years of his memory. So that wiped us out, like as a couple. Like he didn't remember anything about how we met, anything of our relationship. He wasn't even sure. He knew who I was, but he wasn't 100%. And you could tell the hesitation was like, I know who you are, but I can't tell you, you're like, I can't say it. And to express it, it was unreal. A month into this, February, it was ironic that I was just even being into a month into him having the stroke. I was spiraling very fast. I thought I had all my shit together. I spent literally 2 weeks at the hospital. I slept there day and night. I never came home. Going right back to work after those 2 weeks. And then it was just like, go, 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 go. It was like, okay, one thing at a time. What do I got to do? What do I got to do now for him? What is this looking like? And I wasn't even thinking about myself. I wasn't thinking about how to take care of myself, nothing. And Jack reached out to me, like we all do. You know, like I said, I ghosted her months prior, and she had no reason to reach out to me. And she just reached out.
Wait, I did. I swear, this is okay. You guys, believers or not, but literally I'm sitting there and you just came across my mind. And I was like, whatever happened to Tracy? Like, I know the holidays, people get busy. I'm gonna stalk her. And I mean, literally, I was just like, this overwhelming feeling came over me that I need to reach out to her. And then when I did, and she shared her story with me, I was like, I mean, I hear it now, and I've heard your story countless times, and every time I'm like, I still remember bawling to Brian and being like, this girl that I was just talking to, I was like, I don't even know her. I don't know why I'm so upset. I was like, but I just remember you just sharing so openly, and I was like, holy moly. And you're like, but I'm going to do this. And I remember thinking, wait, I don't need you. I mean, if you're not ready, you don't need to sign up. Like, I get it. You were like, nope, I need to do this for me. And I still remember that, because that conversation just like, it gives me full body chill bumps, because I was like, no, you don't understand. I was just thinking about you. You don't have to do this. And you're like, no, I need to. And you, since that day, have inspired me, because you've shown up. You've shared this story, which is, you've come so far in just sharing, because I remember how hard this was for you, just to open up and just to say anything about it and just to share. I mean, I remember we used to just hop on Zoom chats and have wine and just talk, because it was so, I mean, I can't wrap my head around all the things that you've got.
I talk about it, because for me to talk about it, I would either instantly start crying, which I hated doing because I was instantly embarrassed, or I just got paralyzed by it. And I couldn't share it. But I will say this, like, I'm a huge believer in, and I know I'm the corny person that has all the little, loves all the little sayings. Everything happens for a reason. I try to be present as much as possible. And the way I can cope through a traumatic incident of any kind is just, I deal with the day as they come. I can't think of anything going on in the future or what it may look like, because that's where I get panic attacks, and that's where anxiety sets in, and it's just too much. It's, my system knows it or something. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you, I hit my rock bottom was, I knew I was spiraling out of control. I've never shared this little part, but some of my girlfriends took me out one night because they knew that I needed a night out. It was around the time before you reached out to me, and we went to a karaoke bar, and you guys, like I said before, we were in a band and I sang in the band. So I had too many drinks, and I thought it would be a bright idea to go up and sing a song. And I went up, and I literally on the stage had a breakdown. I was up there, I was singing the song. I don't even remember, partly because I think subconsciously my brain didn't want me to remember, or I was just too many drinks.
It happened.
I think it's because I literally my friend had to come up on stage and carry me off the stage, and I was in full blown panic mode. It was, everything just came crashing down on me, the reality of everything. Being up there on that stage, it was like, he will no longer. I said I wasn't going to cry on this call, Jack.
Yep.
I instantly thought, like, he will never be beside me anymore on the stage to play with me. I remembered every gig we played, and I thought, those are the only times we're ever going to play together. And music is Darren's life. So it was just I knew that things weren't going to be the same, and I knew though that our life wasn't over. I just didn't know what it was going to look like. But I knew I had to take care of myself. And I knew this, you know, everybody tells you when something's going on in your life, if they see you struggling, if you can't take care of you, how do you expect to take care of someone else? And these words kept playing on my mind. So when Jack reached out to me with that message, it was only a message of like, basically, how are you? It wasn't anything, guys. And those three words are just like totally just hit me right in the heart. And I like I said, I just told her my whole story, and I was like, I am all in. I need this. I know I do. I don't even know what this is. I never worked out from my home before. I thought that was crazy. I was like, how the hell am I supposed to ever keep myself motivated to work out from my house? Seriously, I'm like, I'm never going to do it. But because I was forced, I had no time to go to the gym. To go to the gym took me about 2 hours. To drive there and back, half hour each way, and then you're an hour at the gym. I hadn't had that time luxury anymore. I was so incredibly thankful. I joined that challenge group. I bought that challenge pack, and I was all in on me. I was all in on me because I thought I could do 30 minutes a day. And if I don't, I'm in trouble. Like, I'm in trouble mentally and physically. Really, I wasn't taking care of myself nutrition-wise. So I'm going to segue into my first tidbit here because it flows right into personal development, you guys. I want to share with you how incredible and how life-saving personal development is. Because the first thing I did was want to pick up a book about stroke. And I put it right back down because I was like, I'm that person? No way. No freaking way. I never walked into a bookstore and went to the personal development section because I thought they were for like, I'm sorry, people, don't take me the wrong way, but I thought it was for crazy people. I'm like, I don't need personal development. Whatever that means. I didn't even really didn't even know what that really meant, to be honest. And one of the things that I realized was that I wasn't the same person after all of this. I changing whether I knew I was or not. This whole event was changing me, and I couldn't understand it. And I didn't know what my purpose was anymore. I didn't know what my life was anymore. It was too many questions, and I didn't know where to start. So 6 months, maybe 6 months in to just being on this journey, Jack's like, you've got, because I was loving these challenge groups, you guys. There was an incredible community and that tribe. And I was just like, I was posting and I was like, this is great. And I love having someone tell me what to do. I'm that person. I OCD, like, just tell me what I got to do. Boop, boop, boop. You know? And Jack, you've got to coach. You've got to share this with other people. It's crazy for you not to. And I was like, I don't know. I've never done anything like this. I don't even know if I can be a leader on anything, but okay, I'll do it. I trust you. I'll just sign up. And the first thing they tell you is personal development. And my first book was The Compound Effect when I joined. And I'm telling you guys, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If it's not coaching or anything, that book will change your life. It's all about small things over a period of time consistently will create a larger effect. Now, those aren't the exact words, but you get my drift. And it was seriously the premise. It just totally blew my mind.
Yeah, seemingly small, insignificant changes. That's it. Because I'm telling you, that was my first book, and I was like, wait a minute, what? Seemingly small, insignificant changes every single day have a mind-blowing change on your life. And I remember thinking, and reading that story about the penny, what would you rather, like the guy that saved a penny every night? And I was like, holy shit, it's 1 penny. How the heck did he do that over the other person? Or the weight gain, it talked about some guy, one guy just walking a mile and then 2 miles while the other guy just did absolutely nothing. And over a couple of years, the other guy was just so unhappy, miserable, overweight. And this other guy, they were so jealous. He was so jealous of him. He's like, well, what did you do? He's like, I just went on a walk every day. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't such a difficult change that it wasn't, it wasn't something that any single one of us could do. And that's when it clicked. It was like, I don't have to be anything special. I just need to do something every day. And if that's something 5 years from now, 10 years from now adds up to something, it's going to add up to more than what I'm doing now, which is nothing. And so, I mean, that book was literally exactly, it's the compound effect. So by
Yes. If guys, here in this feed, if any of you guys are looking for personal development, I have a great list of all kinds of great ideas depending on what you're going through or what your season is. I'll share it here with you guys right in the comments. It is phenomenal, this book. And I related it to everything in my life at the time. I absorbed this book. I related it to Darren because, again, guys, I was looking for these huge changes in his recovery and they weren't happening. And that can be so defeating feeling, like, am I doing something wrong? It's like, do we need to search out more help or what? But it wasn't paying attention to the small things. And I realized if we could be consistent with just paying attention to these small, little, consistent changes, I was going to see this major, big effect happen. And it was true. I had to just take a step back. So I want to kind of segue, guys, into my next point, because you're probably wondering, like, oh my gosh, I don't have children, you guys, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm now a full-time caregiver to my husband, and I work full-time 40 hours a week. So it can get pretty nutty. And when I say I'm a full-time caregiver, I am very thankful and very grateful that Darren physically is fine. He can get up, he can walk around, he can clean himself, take care of himself in a way, but I've got to tell him what to do. Because of his memory, he doesn't get up knowing, hey, I should shower, I should brush my teeth, I should make myself something to eat. The basics. He doesn't have that as recollection, as logical things that he should do, comprehend. And it can be very nitty gritty too. Like if he goes to the kitchen because he knows he's hungry, he has no reference of where to go or what to make. So it is a juggle. It is a process. It's a lot of planning and a lot of time blocking and organizing. So to say that it is easy, it's not that it's easy. It's that if I don't plan it out, then that's when the chaos starts. And I think that can be helpful for anybody. In my situation, or if you're a mom, I'm sure you know, if you have one child or multiples, you know time is of the essence and you need to plan. So what I have to do, and what I find that helps me, is that every Sunday I am sitting down at some point during the day and I am planning out my week. Even if it's not perfect, at least I have an idea roughly Monday through Friday what my week looks like. I know when I'm working, and I know that Darren's home. I know what I've got to do. I know what appointments I have to make, or what we have got going on, or if I have to schedule someone to take Darren somewhere, because that's the other thing, Darren doesn't drive. And we have one car. So that's a lot of responsibility. I have to drive him, or another family member has to drive him somewhere. So I plan my week out. And then what I also like to do is I like to also have, I got kind of like what I've got as an idea. I use a couple tools. If you're on your phone, I use the calendar in my phone, and I use my timer in my phone when I'm doing things. But I'm a pen and paper person, and I really like writing things down.
Notes.
Yes. So, and the issue with me, I found, is that I have notebooks like you wouldn't believe coming out of the wazoo. I like these pads, and I get them from Indigo or Chapters here. You guys may have a Barnes & Noble or something like that in the States, but this one here is like this week. It literally runs Monday to Friday, and I literally jot down everything down on what I'm gonna do. And then I have one that says today's plan of attack. So I like listing off, but there's not a lot of space, but this gives me enough idea of what my day is gonna look like and what I'm going to do, but then I can write down right into detail what I want to accomplish that day. And I have that right by, they're sticky. I'll write it all out in the morning when I get up in the morning that day. This morning, that's what I did. I wrote down everything that I wanted to do. And then when I'm done it, I just check it off. I like that satisfaction of knowing that I've accomplished something, checked it off. And this one literally has it planned, like written out, like most critical, would be nice, and not a chance. So look, I fill them all out because you know what? If I get most of this stuff done, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like And that's the other thing. I've learned to not get down on myself if I don't cross something off the list. It just goes on my list for the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get myself upset about it. I also use, when I'm sitting down to do something, even if it's like to clean the toilets, guys, I get distracted while I'm walking by the freaking sink. Like, I'm going to go clean the toilet and I see the sink and I'm like, ooh, that looks like it needs to be. And I get totally sidetracked on what I was supposed to do. So I set a timer. I literally be like, okay, how long does it take me to clean a toilet? Okay, I hope it doesn't take me longer than 15 minutes. Otherwise, something's wrong. So I set the timer and I set my timer. I even use like a kitchen timer, the old school, like where it rings after it's done. You know, it's like tick, 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 you know? Or phone timer, guys. I do that because I've realized I am a time waster. I'll get sidetracked. I'll do something and I'll go, what was I going to do again? And then I never end up getting that thing done that I was supposed to do. So those are my tips. That's what I use, and that's what I found works for me right now. And I just adapt, guys. Mm-hmm. As long as I'm getting what I need done in terms of I'm planning out my week and I'm getting the goals and things that I want to get accomplished done by doing so.
I love it. Thank you so much. And I didn't know you used like a timer. That's a really good idea. I was sitting here like, oh,
you know what?
I want to make sure I have all your stuff.
Miss Susan gave me that little tip, so I started using it, and it has been a game changer.
Yeah, because I do the list because everyone always asks me like, how do you get so much stuff done? I'm like, I just make a massive list, and then I plan it out throughout my week on what needs to get done on each day, and then at the end of the week, I usually just say like, look at this is all the stuff I crushed this week, and honestly, some people get a little aggravated. It's like, well, you need to rest. You use this. It's like, whoa. I don't need to rest because who's going to clean my toilet? Or who's going to take care of my kids? Or who's going to drop them off at karate or sign them up for karate? Who's going to do this stuff if I don't know one?
And I will tell you, I thought about this today before the call. I was praying all day just about the call and what I wanted to share with all of you. And I thought about this. You and a lot of other women on our tribe don't have family close by. I thought about that real hard for a moment. I was cutting the lawn. I do a lot of thinking while I'm cutting the lawn. I'm so incredibly thankful, and I say it all the time when I share that I have my family and my friends. And there's some of you guys that travel so much, that live far away from your families, that you don't have that support. Mm-hmm. And it totally was an eye-opener. Because I forget sometimes how incredibly lucky that I am, that I do have his parents that live 5 minutes away that can help me out. Because if I didn't, guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. I would have to reevaluate and revamp my entire life.
But Trace, the thing is you're so dedicated and committed to making your life look how you want it to look that you would figure it out. That you would just sit down and be like, okay, and that's the thing. Like everybody on here right now wants to have that transformation, wants to have their life be better, wants to figure it out. I don't remember last time I lived near anybody. I was like I just don't know what that feels like to have help. I'm like, what? Like I have a nanny 1 to 2 days a week for the first time ever in my life. And I'm like, she's like a mother's helper basically, because I'm home. I just need to work in here and she needs to entertain Jude so he doesn't like burn the house down essentially. And it's weird. I'm like, wait a minute, you're going to help me? Wait, this is sketchy. It's just not something we're used to. But the fact is,
and so don't you feel like sometimes too, when we get comfortable or things are too easy, we get lazy. And that's the other thing. And I speak for myself on this, guys. Don't you find that when you hit rock bottom, or it could, what I mean by that is if something traumatic happens in your life at all, whether it's an illness, a death, or something traumatic where you lose your job or whatever it is, you're going through marital problems. I don't know what that may look for you, but you're hitting rock bottom. You've got your back is against the wall, and you got to make a choice. Mm-hmm. Am I going to go left? Am I going to go right? Am I going to do something about this or not? Am I just going to wallow about it? And that's where I found myself. And I wish it wasn't those times that we realize those things and we take action. But the matter of fact, it usually is. It's usually when we're at our highest weight or our lowest point, or in that awful point in our life where we decide, I got to make a change. And I hope some of you guys on here are thinking like, this is my job, my chance, because you're missing out on so much, you guys. You can't pass this opportunity up. You can't hit end on this live video and not decide that you need this in your life. There's no reason.
No,
You can't tell me.
There's so many options, there's so many steps, there's so many things that you can implement. And that's one thing. There's going to be a lot of information on this, guys. I don't want you to run away and say, I'm going to do everything tomorrow, because then, you know what, you're going to feel like a failure. You're going to focus on your losses, and that's not what we want for you. We want you to focus on your wins. We want you to focus on the fact that even if you woke up 5 minutes earlier and you did 15 jumping jacks, you celebrate those wins. Life is a matrix. Life is very complex. It's not always going to be perfect in the moment and perfect look day to day, and everyone's like, wow, your life looks great. I'm like, do you see how many struggles I share? Because I want you guys to know my life is never going to be perfect, and I don't wake up expecting it to be. And that's one thing that, like, when we sit down and we plan our day and we do our personal development, it reminds us, okay, I have a plan. You do your PD, it fuels you mentally, boom, I can take action for the next one. I didn't get my PD in, guess what? Because I didn't have time to read a book. How can I figure this out? I get a book on audio, because then I can listen to it. Like, there are ways to do everything. Sorry, and I'll go off on a you know me.
No, but you know what? I went over, so I apologize. But that's a good point. Quick tip, guys, if you can't have time to read or you hate reading, podcasts are huge. Audiobooks are amazing. And they actually changed the way I have incorporated personal development in my life, because if I'm like don't have time to sit down and read my personal development, I'm listening to something in the car, Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
I listened to Gary Vee right before I got on this call, because I was like, I want to get amped up. I want to share the energy. I'm like, whoa, let's go. And he's my guy. I'm like, let's go, Gary. Let's go. All right, Trace, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to have Louise hop on. Thank you so much for sharing your tips. I love you. You're amazing.
I love you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Trace.
I'm not going technically. I'm going to be still watching.
Technically, you're just watching now. We'll see you. All right, guys, let's give Tracy, I know we can't give her a round of applause, but if you guys could show some likes, give some loves, give some comments, because she's amazing. The fact that she just shows up, she shares that story. You have no idea where she was 2 years ago when she decided to make that change in her life, to see it, and how hard it was for her just to share those tiny bits. And I mean, even just to tell me what happened, and then we would talk and she would share a little more. Thank you guys. I love you guys. And she really, Gary Vaynerchuk, he's awesome. He swears a lot, be careful. But really, Trace, like, I can't thank you enough. And we each pick topics that speak very strongly to us, that we're passionate about. And so there's lots, and again, this is a lot of information. Don't think you have to do it all tomorrow, or you have to do it all in the next 30 days. The next 30 days, what we really want you to do is, you guys are awesome. I love all that love for Tracy. Yes, you guys are so cool. I want you guys to pick one or two things, or say, okay, you know, how can I implement them all? Because you truly can, but you know that, just go in it, know that you are not going to be able to complete them all on every single day. Sometimes you're going to fall shy of your PD. Sometimes you're going to miss a workout, or sometimes you're going to miss even scheduling out your week, and then you get to Wednesday and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't even written out my plan. The thing is, it's okay, because you're going to get up tomorrow and try to do better. All right, we're going to have Louise on next. Louise, can you request to join? If not, I can pull you on. Let's see, what do we got? You guys are amazing. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like, all that good stuff. I know you guys are anyways, but I want you guys to get all that stuff, all your meal plans and everything. Louise, I'm going to try and add you. Look at us being all tech savvy, not failing at the live video.
Hi. Me okay?
I didn't think it was going to connect that fast. Look at you all dazzled up.
Some mascara.
Dang, you look good. I tried. I was like, all right, Louise, why don't you share a little bit about you, and then you can go into your tips. I'm so excited to learn from you and to share and all that good jazz.
I will. And Tracy, oh my goodness, if you're still on, like, I don't know how I can go on from Tracy, because that story gets me every single time, and it is just gives me goosebumps. It is such an incredible story. So thank you for sharing, Tracy. So my name is Louise, and I am a mum of 3 little kids, 7, 4, and 2, and I've been coaching for about 2 years. I also met Jack when she was pregnant with her 3rd Jude. I didn't meet her. I saw her online. I felt like I was meeting you, though. I felt like I knew everything. Like, that was going on in your life. And I was pregnant with my third at the time. And, my previous two pregnancies, I've always been a runner, so I'm pretty healthy. But once I got to the point in my pregnancy where I couldn't run, I didn't know what to do after that. Like, I didn't know anything outside of running. So because and I just had back problems in my pregnancy, so I wasn't able to run. So with my third, I really didn't have the option of not being fit and healthy because like I had two little kids. So I really couldn't just lay on the sofa, after work or whatever like I used to. So I saw you and you were working out like crazy with a huge belly. And I was like, my goodness, what is this girl doing? Like, how does she look so amazing? And
it's funny because you guys both say the same thing. I think like half of our tribe saw me that back then and was like, I've been watching you since then. And I still remember being like, oh, I can't believe I'm going to share this video on social media. Like, you have no idea.
And thank goodness you did, right?
I know, because I was like, oh my God, I'm in a sports bra and my stomach is massive. And I was like, I'm just going to do it because I can help other people. And I love hearing you guys say it because it was so uncomfortable and hilarious. I was like,
and actually, I think the one I remember is like you had a really funny headband on and long socks and like this huge belly, and that just stands out in my mind.
Sorry, go ahead. I digress.
But and you were talking about coaching and like what I had never heard of Beachbody, had never heard of, definitely never heard of coaching. I'd done an insanity workout for 2 weeks, and one that my sister had like ripped me a DVD for, sorry. And like I'd given up after 2 weeks because I had no support system whatsoever. Like I was doing this DVD in my basement, but like once I fell off, like nobody knew about it because I hadn't shared it with anybody. I didn't have a support system. So that was like before my pregnancy, and then I came across you. So that's kind of like how I got involved with you guys and coaching. And now 2 years later, I'm going to talk about the nitty gritty. And I'm really pleased that you said like there's a lot of information on this call, so you don't have to do everything right away, because that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about to begin with, is baby steps, because that was really important to me and is really important to me still. Like when if something like happens and I fall off or whatever, I always go back to baby steps, and I always talk to my clients and coaches about baby steps, because I think when people are coming into like a health and fitness journey or like starting a business or something, and I was just talking to my husband about this tonight, that we all have these ideas of like entrepreneurs or athletes or like fit people as having it all together and being different from ourselves. But really, we're all the same. We all have our own fears. We all have like our own self-limiting beliefs, but we just are at different stages of how we deal with them and how we recognize them. Because I think sometimes you don't even realize, if we're not doing personal development, we're not talking about it, we don't realize that we even have self-limiting beliefs. And like you're coming into a health and fitness journey, it's like, okay, I've got 50 pounds to lose. Like, where the heck do I even start with that? Because especially if you've failed before and you feel like, you're just gonna, excuse me, you're gonna fail and you're gonna hate yourself even more. It's really difficult to even take that first step. So what I always tell my clients is, this is a lifetime. It's not just a marathon, it's a lifetime. When we are helping people with their health and fitness, we always talk about it as like a lifestyle change, because it really is a lifestyle change. It's not a diet. There's nothing fad about it. It's not like, we do have 21-day programs, but it's never just about the 21-day program. It is always about making those changes for life, because that's where it's really important. So when you're coming into this journey, it doesn't matter if it takes you 5 years to get to where you want to be. As long as you get there, as long as you get to a place where you are comfortable, you're confident, and you love yourself. So what I always say is like, okay, if you have a goal of losing 50 pounds, break it down to like 2 pounds a week. And then, okay, 2 pounds a week, that's going to take you like 25 weeks, which is half a year. But it may not take you that. It may take you even longer than that. So just break it down. Do the things, focus on the wins. building on those wins is really, really important. You don't have to make all of the changes right away. It's so important to focus on, like, maybe the first week you focus on like having a shake. Maybe the second week you focus on water. It's really important to have enough water because when you drink enough water, you're not going to make as poor unhealthy choices. Maybe in week 3, you focus on your breakfast. Week 4, you focus on like 3 workouts a week. Week 5, 5 workouts a week. Just take it like step by step, day by day. And I think like when we focus on that, that is when we really do that lifestyle change, instead of having like the diet or the fad diet, or getting to a place where we panic and where we just like give it all up and ghost people because we feel bad about ourselves, or because we think we're going to fail again, and we think we're going to like hate ourselves, or just like get to a place where we love ourselves and where we're doing it for the right reasons. Because I think once we get to that place of like self-love and doing it because we want to be healthier, we want to be stronger, not because we want to like change our bodies, or because that we want to like become a different person on the outside. Like once we make that internal shift, I think that is where like the lifestyle really kicks in.
Well, and I love that you guys focus on like just getting stronger. Focus on like, because I noticed that a lot with Lift 4. When you're doing like a lifting program, the weight doesn't necessarily drop off right away if you focus on the scale. But guess what? You focus on the weights that you're lifting. I went from 5 pounds to 10 pounds to 15 pounds. I did 25 pounds in my workout. I've only done this workout for 7 weeks. And I thought, there is no freaking way that I'm going to get in my weight. So my weight loss was about 10 pounds. I mean, the weights kind of stayed the same. Again, my eating hasn't been great. And I know that so this week I'm focusing on more water, less fast food. I'm like, okay, just baby steps. And I love the way that you break that up. First, maybe focus on a shake. Then the second week, maybe focus on water, and literally taking those and like stair stepping up to your goals. Eventually, you'll reach a place where you'll look back and you'll be like, oh my gosh, like how did I even get there? Like, how did that even happen? Like, that feels like it. When I started, I was never going to reach that place. But the fact is, when you start and you make that commitment and you tell yourself it is okay to take it slow, it is okay to fail and to get back on, it is okay to understand that failing equals growth. And as long as you're failing, you're growing. If you're not failing, you're not growing. And that means you're stuck and you're not going to feel good about where your life is going. So, I was going to say, I wrote down the word nitty gritty. I was like, find a way for Louise to say nitty gritty again.
That's so funny.
So
and what I was going to say, actually, you're right about like building on those wins. It's so important to build on the wins, because like you said, like you're going to get to a place where you don't even recognize yourself in a good way. You're going to get to a place where you saw everybody else 6 months ago or however long ago, and that's a beautiful thing. And I think that when you truly focus on like how much stronger you are becoming from the inside, and how much stronger you are like physically, like really focusing on that, like strong not skinny, I think it's and really focusing on your why, like why you're doing this, why you want to lead a healthier lifestyle. Is it for your kids? Is it for health reasons? Is it so that you feel confident about yourself, so that you love yourself, and not about a number on the scale? Like, yes, I think that the scale can be a great tool as long as we're using it correctly. And like when I say correctly, I mean without emotion. Like so many of us attach that emotion to the number on the scale, and I think that's when the scale gets a bad rap, because because we have so many like messed up feelings about it.
Yeah.
And I know definitely, like growing up, I did, because my family weigh themselves, like they have weird competitions about like losing weight and stuff, and that's hard to get away from. But through personal development, like Tracy was saying, and just being involved in a tribe which really focuses on different things, not just a number on a scale, like how you feel. You know, for me, my health and fitness journey, so much of it is about energy, because I 100% see a difference in myself between like if I am eating like crap and if I'm like, you know, eating clean and drinking a lot of water. And for my kids, like I don't have a choice. Like I can either be grumpy, crashing in the afternoon, like just desperately needing a nap, but I can't, so I snap at my kids. I can be that person, or I can be the person with energy and be the mum that I want to be. And for me, hands down, I want to be that person. And yeah, of course, I'm not perfect. I'm not like that every day, but I can definitely see the difference. So getting in touch with your why, I think, is so important. And that segues me perfectly into talking about meal planning and meal prepping, because like I know for me that if I don't meal plan and meal prep, I am not going to eat healthy. I'm just not, because I will get hungry and I will go for convenience. So if I don't meal prep, then I will probably have toast or cereal for dinner. And that's just like a reality. Right? And like, you know, my kids have activities most afternoons. So I pick them up between like 2:30 and 4. And then after that, they have activities until about 6. If I had to come home and prep meals for them and prep meals for myself, we would not only probably eat like crap, we would also be massively stressed, because I would be spending probably an hour in the kitchen every night. So I think that for me, and for so many people, like meal planning and meal prepping is so important. But I feel like it's also the number one scariest thing for people, because I was there as well. Like I didn't even know meal planning and meal prepping was a thing. Like I didn't know people did this. And then once I did figure this out, I went straight to Pinterest and saw all these amazing people who like had completely planned their like every single meal for every single person like for the week. And it was so overwhelming to me, because I thought that was the only way that you could meal plan or meal prep, right? So I still didn't do it for, you know, a few months. And then I realized that, okay, like I don't have to go to the Pinterest like extreme, because my life is never about Pinterest extreme. Sometimes I wish it could be, but it's not. Um, so like, just like with the baby steps, I broke it down. So for me, dinner time is clearly the most difficult. So I prep like 2 solid meals for the week, like meals that I am really confident with, because I'm also not a really great cook at all by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not a foodie, so I don't mind repeating meals throughout the week. So I'll make like 2 or 3 meals in the Instant Pot or the crock pot. And by the way, if you do not have an Instant Pot, you need one in your life.
I never used mine until we just moved in, and
oh my goodness,
I've had it for a year. It freaked me out. I only used it once.
Mm-hmm.
I've literally used it the past week or two. Brian's like, "Is this another Instant Pot?" I don't know. Chicken freaks me out. It's either undercooked or rubber, because it freaks me out. So I always just rubberize it. I'm never going back. They had them at Publix today, and they had them for like $60, and I think I got mine on Amazon, of course. I'm not kidding. It is the easiest thing ever. I'm like, why am I wasting so much time?
But the same thing, like I didn't use mine. Mine was sitting on my countertop for like 6 months, and I was using my crock pot, my like 10-year-old crock pot, when I had this beautiful Instant Pot, because I was so intimidated by it. And then I decided to like get over myself and Google it, like because that's what I do with everything. So I bought a whole chicken, put it in there, pressed chicken on they have a chicken button, and it roasted or whatever, cooked this chicken in 30 minutes.
See, I
like this whole chicken.
But I was intimidated by the whole chicken, so I got chicken thighs. So now I'm gonna go get a whole chicken.
But yeah, you need to. Honestly, like it was brilliant. So I guess that's one of my tips for meal planning, is that you need in meal prepping is you need an Instant Pot.
Yeah, right?
And you can do amazing things with it. You can make yogurt, you can make wine, you can make cake, but honestly, I'm probably never going to make those things.
Wine? I might make
You can make wine apparently with it. Rewind.
Like what? And Audrey wants to know, what's the difference between an Instant Pot and a crock pot?
So an Instant Pot is a pressure cooker. So it's an electric pressure cooker. So a crock pot, you have to put it in for 8 hours or whatever. And I usually forget to put it in time, so then I mess it up and, you know, have to like end up taking it out in the middle of the night or whatever. Instant Pot is a pressure cooker, so it cooks everything really quickly, and it also keeps the juices in it better because it's not cooking for as long. So I don't exactly know the science behind it, but it's better.
Yeah.
And also the Instant Pot does have a crock pot function, so if you really love crock pots, then you can still have that crock pot function.
Yeah, and I didn't know the difference. That's why I never got one. I'm like, I have a crock pot. Use an Instant Pot. And did you know you can saute in them?
You can.
So I've been sauteing. Like, they're like, oh, saute your chicken thighs. That's what I did tonight. I did a little bit of olive oil, and I put salt, pepper, paprika on these chicken thighs, and then I just sauteed them 2-3 minutes each side, dumped them all in, a little bit of what is it, chicken broth, some Italian seasoning, something else. I mean, like, stupid easy. And I hate cooking, and I was like, look at this, another fabulous meal by me. And it like, peels apart, like, it, oh my god, it's so good. Like, it just, the meat just, it I can't explain it.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Right. And you feel like a real accomplishment when you make like a beautiful homemade dinner like that, and it didn't even take much.
Sauteing took it to the next level. You don't have to saute, but otherwise I was just dumping stuff in. I did the other chicken, cream mushroom soup, press the chicken button, it turned on, it pressurizes for about 10 minutes and it takes 8 minutes to cook. Boom. Dinner.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's great. And Jane, yes, you need to add it to your wedding registry.
Yes.
But yes, you definitely, like, I think everybody needs an Instant Pot in their life, personally, because you can also, like, I mean, you know what, I could go on and on about the Instant Pot. So if you have any questions, like, message me. But meal planning, meal prep, I would say that, like, it's essential. Like, if you want to lead a healthy lifestyle, you need to have some kind of meal planning and meal prep. So you don't have to go all out. Like, you can choose the most stressful meal for you. For me, it was dinner, but also, like, I make breakfast myself for the week. So I'll like scramble eggs with cheese and spinach, and I'll put like 12 eggs in or something, and then that's done for the week.
In the Instant
Or you
Pot?
could do, pardon?
In the Instant Pot?
No, not in the Instant Pot. I've moved on from the Instant Pot.
Sorry. I'm still like the comments about the Instant Pot. Okay, I'm
done. So that's what I do for the week, and then it's done for the week, because I'm not going to scramble eggs in the morning. I'm just not going to do it. Like, my mornings are also pretty like chaotic with the kids, and so I recognize that I need to do these things to make myself have healthier choices. But like with the baby steps, just build on the wins. So start off small. And actually, it's better if you start small, because then you can have those successes. You can figure out what your like go-to recipes are. Like, my go-to recipes are turkey chili, Moroccan chicken, and a chicken curry. And that's it. And then, like, I just alternate them each week. I'll roast a load of vegetables. I'll cook some sweet potatoes, cook pasta for the kids. They'll have the chicken, and then like cut up some veggies and stuff and fruit for the week. I'll make some overnight oats, and which you can also do in the Instant Pot, but you don't even need to. Like, you can just actually put it in a container, and then it kind of cooks. It doesn't cook itself, but like it soaks it all up. And then make the eggs, and that's it. I'm done for the week. And I'll do it like an hour on a Saturday, an hour on a Sunday, so I don't have to spend like all day Sunday, because I do not want to spend my weekends meal prepping.
Yeah.
Just don't. So yes, that is my take on meal planning, and basically it's essential if you want to, like, you know, move forward with your healthy lifestyle, but you don't have to be perfect to start.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I love those tips. I wrote down a bunch of tips. So just to recap, baby steps, meal prepping, get an Instant Pot.
Basically.
I love it. Louise, thank you so much for joining live. You guys are great. I know it's late and everyone's getting tired, but really to like be able to just share what works for us is so key and just amazing. I love being able to do this with you guys. So any final words?
No. Good night.
All right.
I'll be staying on though.
Okay, I'll see you in the comments section. So now it's my turn. All right, guys. I have a couple of tips. I'm gonna go quick because you know, I I love to chit chat, okay? So I probably drew that out a little longer than necessary, but I love those girls. Can you all just give Louise a big, what can we give? Praise hand, some likes, some loves for sharing her knowledge on meal planning, for reminding us to take baby steps and focus on those wins. And really just like, I just love, it's so great to see what works for everybody in different ways. Like, I mean, I've been friends with Louise and Tracy for I don't know, at least 2 years now. And I'm like, I'm writing down notes and learning from them. So I just love being able to, connect with them and learn from them. So here we go. You're welcome. I know we're crashing. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's already 10. But we do have a lot of people on the West Coast joining as well. But still, we'll get you off in like probably the next 10 minutes. I swear, I'm gonna go fast. But these tips are life changing. So I want you to consider something before I get into it. Is what if you jump? What if you jump? What if you fail? You still jumped, right? What if you took one of these tips and you started tomorrow, but it didn't work, but then you did it the next day, but you still didn't nail it, and then you did it the next day? And what if in a year from now your life looks completely different or just slightly different than it does right now? Even if you love your life, what if it could be better? I want you to think about these things, because I don't want you to be at rock bottom when you decide to make a change. I don't want you to say, well, my life is fine. I don't want you to have a fine life. I want you to have a life that you look at and every single day you wake up and you're excited. You get up and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait to get up Monday morning because I can't wait to crush my week. I can't wait to get up Tuesday morning. I can't wait to get up. I don't want you to live for Friday. I don't want you to live for the weekend. Even if you're a stay-at-home mom, even if you work all week, even if you're with your kids and you want a break from your kids and you're waiting for your husband to get home, I get it. But I still want you to be excited about your life every single day. And that's why we're doing this. That's why we're coming live, because we want you guys to jump. We don't want you to not jump, sit safe. We don't want you to have this life that's just okay, that's just mediocre, that you're just fine with. We want you to have so much more. We want you to do personal development because it's changed our lives. Do we gain anything from you guys doing personal development? No. What we gain is just knowing that maybe we helped one more person to live a happy life, to feel good about themselves, to say, you know what, today sucks, or yesterday sucked, or I'm struggling right now, but I'm going to go fuel my mind with something that's going to change my perception on my day today, and I'm going to make it better. And so, sorry guys, I want you guys to just know, I want you to know that if you jump and you fail, we're here to catch you. We're here to fail alongside you. We are doing the same things that we are telling you to do. So I'm going to get right into it. One of the biggest things for me that this kind of combines everything is what I call, not what I call, it's actually in the compound effect, is bookend routine. So what does that look like? You take two bookends, you're on a bookshelf, two bookends. You have one that holds your books over here, one that holds your books over here. Well, this is how you're going to create your plan for the morning, create your plan for the evening. Because end of the day, you might look back and say, what the heck happened? I spiraled, I didn't get my plan done, and I didn't get up earlier, I didn't do my plan at night, and you're going to feel like, I don't know if you guys get this, like where your brain just like, you can't sleep because you're overwhelmed. Well, let me tell you what helps, is if you create yourself a bookend routine, and what that means is from you get up a little bit early from whenever you have to go, whether it's work or your kids or whatever, and I know you're tired. I know you're tired. I know your kids don't sleep. I have 4 kids. Nobody sleeps through the night. And I'm not saying you don't need sleep. You do need sleep. But the reality is, if you keep saying, I'm too tired to make a change, or I can't show up, or I can't do this, you're never going to. So create yourself a bookend routine. What that looks like is writing down, okay, times vary. This is what I do. 5 o'clock, wake up. 5:05, 5 o'clock, my alarm goes off. I set it. I snooze it because I'm realistic in my bookend routines. 5:05, it goes off again. I might even snooze it again. That's what I have on there. Snooze twice. 5:10, it goes off again. I pick it up. I do my daily devotional on my phone on the She Works His Way app for 5 minutes. My eyes are like all crooked. I can't even see it, but I read it. I reread it. I reread it. Okay, that's 5 minutes. It's really quick. I want to fill my brain with that right away. That's till 5:15. 5:15, I get up. I go downstairs. I put on my coffee. When my coffee's cooking, I will look at in my old house we just moved into here, I had up on my wall positive affirmations, goals, dreams, scripture. And while my coffee's brewing, I'm standing there. I'm tired, and I'm looking at it, and I'm reading these out loud. I am a leader. I am powerful. I am strong. I am in control of my life. I am going to live my best life. And then I read over my dreams. I read over my dream list. I am going to have a house that has this huge, massive table. We already have the table. This huge, massive table that my whole family can gather around, with this big tree in the backyard, and this massive backyard with a treehouse for my kids, and then this white picket fence, and then this big old fence, and then lots more. Like, I have my dreams. I have these things written out. I have these things just, I'm not kidding you guys. And this is what I do. I read them out loud from 5:15 to 5:30 as my coffee is brewing. So from 5 to 5:30 a.m., I have already snoozed twice, because that's realistic. I even have my Facebook time in there, because I'll hop on and I'll answer some messages right quick, because that's what I have to do. I work in the cracks. Everyone's like, well, I don't know how you run a business. I work in the cracks. Do I miss messages? Yes. Do I feel horrible? Yes. But I try to work in the cracks. So I want you to write out, what does 5 a.m. till 7 a.m. or 7 to 9 or whatever your time is in the morning, what does it look like to you? I want you to, do you normally get up at 7? Just get up at 6. Try it for the next few weeks. Try it for 3 weeks to a month. I don't want you to say, I tried it for one day and I couldn't do it, and I was tired. You're gonna be tired. Of course you're gonna be tired, because you're not used to it. You have to get your body used to it. Your body, 21 days makes it a habit. That's why some programs are 21 days long, because you do something 21 times and it becomes a habit. So I want you to write it out. What does it look like? Realistically, what does it look like? 5 to 5:05, I snooze. 5:05 to 5:10, I snooze again. 5:10 to 5:15, I do my She Works His Way devotional. 5:15 to 5:30, my coffee's brewing. I do my positive affirmations. I do my scripture, and I do my dream journaling. 5:30, I drink my Energize. My coffee's still just sitting there. I forgot about it. It's probably cold. That's fine. 5:30 to 6:15, I do my workout. 6:15, I post about my workout. 6:30, my kids are up. I'm getting their breakfast. And then 6:30 on, chaos. And I know that probably sounds pretty crazy, but from 5 o'clock till 6:30, I'm doing all the things. And I'm not saying these are all the things you have to do overnight, but I want you guys to sit down and just create that list for you. What is the priority? What needs to get done? I look back. If I'm looking at the end of my day, I've sat down, I'm like, oh man, I don't even know. Did I work out today? If I've completed my bookend routine, it seems so long ago, that I forgot I even did it. And you create something like that in the evening for you as well. Okay, what time are my kids eating, getting them in bed? After I get them in bed, what do I need to do? Well, I personally need to work my business, so I'll work my business from this time to this time. If I have a call, that's scheduled in there. If I have personal development to do, if I have messages to follow up, and if it's my Netflix night or whatever that may be, what time do I have to be off my phone? 9:30, my phone needs to be down so that my brain can unwind, brush my teeth at this time. And yeah, it might feel like, oh, I don't want to plan my life so much. Guys, I think I'm the most spontaneous person I know, but I'm spontaneous with a plan, and that's how I can do so much, because I know what my days look like. I know what I need to accomplish when. I never miss a deadline. I just don't. And everyone's like, well, I don't know how you do that, because I write it down. I use the tools that Tracy and that Louise are teaching you. I use those tools. I do my personal development. I do my time blocking. I take things in baby steps when I need to restart my life again, because God knows we've moved 11 times in 9 years, and that includes being pregnant 4 of those moves, because I was pregnant, and we moved every single time I was pregnant. And people say, I don't know how you do it. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. So create those bookend routines for yourself. And next, we've all talked about it tonight, but we need accountability. We need those partners, that tribe, that community of support, because we cannot and are not meant to do it alone. We are not meant to be on this journey alone. And I'm going to repeat it again. We are not meant to do it alone, because I'm so serious. We try to do it alone, and when we fail, like Louise said, she would do it in her basement, and if she didn't do it, no one would ever know, so what does it matter? Well, guess what? If you're making one of these changes, if you're deciding to take that step to change your life, you need to have someone that either knows about it, or someone that's going to support you on it, or a whole tribe of people that's going to support you on it. And I say these things with love, because I have totally failed and failed again trying to do it by myself, and failed again and failed again and failed again. So when I tell you guys, or I say to you guys, what if you jump and what if you fail? What if you jump and take action and your life looks so different in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Like, what happens? your life is going to change dramatically, and it's going to be pretty epic to watch. And not only that, you're going to inspire all of those around you to make that change as well. You're going to inspire them to say, well, if she can do it, and she moves all the time, she has all those kids, I can do it. Or if she can do it and she works full time and she's a full time caretaker, then I can do it. Or if she can do it and her kids have a million activities and she travels all the time across the country or overseas and everywhere, then I can do it. The thing is, we can all do it, but we just have to jump. So with that being said, I had to go really quick because I do want you guys to get some sleep, okay? We wanted to offer this to you guys. If you are ready to change your life, we have so many different ways beyond these tips. These are just our introductory tips. We have so many ways that we want to offer more to you. We want to give you more if you're ready, when you're ready. Not like you have to jump and take this leap or feel pressured, because this is not it. Absolutely not it. If you want to join our tribe as a coach, come to our events, meet up, have that, take that accountability of that support level to the next level, then join our tribe. I would not probably work out. This is a big secret, but not really a secret anymore. I probably wouldn't work out if I didn't have clients and coaches looking up to me. And everyone's like, but you love your workouts. No, I love the way I feel after my workouts. I'm so sore right now, I can barely lift up my arms, and I talk with my arms, so that's why I'm like a robot. Mr. Robot Tote, not even kidding. I don't wake up excited to do my workout, but I have people looking up to me, so it keeps me accountable every single day. I'm saying I'm doing a program start to finish, then I'm going to do the program start to finish. And if I'm not, it's okay. It's okay that I don't do it start to finish. I just tell my tribe I'm not going to do it start to finish because I failed, but now I'm going to do something else because I am insisting on showing up to my life so that I can help other people show up to theirs. And so when we invite you to join our tribe as a coach, or we invite you to join our challenge groups, it's not because, oh, we really want to earn that commission. Guys, like seriously, if we did this for money, I could go be the CEO of some company somewhere else and spend all my time and not change lives. We want to see you change your life. It is literally that simple. That simple. Whether you start out as a client, which by the way, kicking off Shift Shop 1022, that's a program new calendar launch. If you want to start out as a client, take it to the next level, implement what we've given you here, but go beyond, then join us for that. If you just want to do the client, that's fine. And if you're already a client, and I see your comments, and I love you guys, I can't look down or else I'll get distracted. And if you want to take it to the next level, even if you're a client already and you're like, you know what, screw it, let's do a coach. How can I team up with people that are going to keep me inspired? Like these girls that we're talking to you tonight, and a lot of them that were down in the comments below, are coming here next week to St. Augustine, where I live. We're going 40 minutes south. We have a house rented, a massive house rented on the beach for a leader retreat. We get together. These girls didn't become, they're not just our coaches or our client or my clients or anything like that. They became coaches. We became best friends because we are working together to better our lives. And we get to do that for a whole, I feel bad because I told my husband, I was like, it's a work retreat. And it is, we're working. We're totally working. We have mastermind sessions planned. We have trainings planned. But I'm so excited because I get to hang out with my best friends for a friggin' almost a week. Like, that's insane to me. But I would never have known these people had I not taken that leap, had I been scared to jump, had I been scared to fail. Because now I love failing. When I look at a failure and I look back and I'm like, man, I failed really bad on that. I sucked at that for so long. Why didn't anyone say anything to me? Guess what? That means that I'm growing. That means that my life is changing. It's going in the direction that I want it to go and that I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to serve. We are meant to serve. We are meant to work together. We are meant to come together. We are never meant to do this life alone. So, okay. Woo, sorry. I think I'm sweating through my tank top here. What is this? What is this thing called? Turtleneck. Such an 80s term. All right, so with that being said, I love you guys. You're amazing. If you do want to join as a client and do our test group, that does start on 10/22. Reach out to whoever invited you to this How to Transform Your Life training. If you have someone that could benefit from this, reach out to whoever added you and say, hey, this person wants in, or this person needs to see this video, and they will get them added. We are here for you guys. We want you to make that change. we challenge you to take at least one of these things from what we shared with you tonight and start taking action tomorrow, because you can hop on all the trainings in the world, but taking action is what you need to do. So I want you to challenge you, take action, pick one, okay? Pick something from tonight that one of us taught you and just take action tomorrow. Again, 1022 Shift Shop Test Group, we kick off that. If you want to take accountability to the next level, you want to join our coach tribe, we'll peer pressure you into being our best friend. I know it's awful. Into joining us for trips. We have the leader retreat next week here in St. Augustine. In March, we're going to Utah for that leader retreat. In July, actually, back that up, in end of March, we go on a cruise to the Bahamas. I know it's horrible. For a Success Club trip that's already, we earn that through Beachbody. You can earn that, that's free. Let's see, what else? But this is like all times we get to hang out, and it's work. It's work. Ashley's husband who's listening, it's work. It really is, okay? And then in July, we're in Indiana next year for our coach summit. Like, it's not just online. This isn't just an online community. We make an effort to be able to, like, get together, to be able to connect in person, because it needs to go to that next level. So again, 1022 is our test group for that. If you guys want to join, want to do a fitness program, want to take it to the next level, if you don't, literally no pressure, don't worry about it. And if you are ready to join our tribe, to earn freedom, to have all those things in life that you want, we want you to join. So reach out to whoever added you. We love you guys. Now go to bed because it's really late. All right, guys, questions, comments, concerns, comment below. Don't forget you are getting entered to win Pumpkin Spice Shakeology just for joining us live and for commenting and all your support. You guys are great. And then meal plan, grocery list, simple meal plan, simple grocery list, and a free workout for everybody that commented as well. And then if you sign up tonight, you get a pumpkin spice latte sample, pumpkin spice Shako sample, and then a customized water cup, right? Did I miss anything? I love to travel. I know, Louise, I feel bad saying these things out loud because I'm like, Brian, I have to work. Okay, if I forgot anything, let me know. I love you guys so much. Reach out to your coach tonight, so that you can get entered to win all your good stuff and be like, hey, I was on that. Make sure my name gets in. All right, awesome, guys. Thank you. Bye, Audrey. Bye, everyone. Have a great night.